Well, greetings once again, ladies and gentlemen. The coaching experience, how to coach yourself and then be able to coach others, maybe other people around the world. Today, Selling and Marketing You, a coaching guide to help business leaders learn the art of personal performance marketing. Personal performance marketing, a key thing that you need in the world today. Here's the primary idea. They buy you. Then there's idea one, the secret sign. Then there's idea two. Image is not everything, but it is the first thing. Idea three, you have 1 minute to tell your story. Idea four, you have to be a storyteller. Idea five, you have to demonstrate how good you are. Idea six, you're on stage to create great client experiences. Idea seven, don't ask for referrals, deserve recommendations. That's right, selling and marketing you. They do indeed buy you. If you hope to be a guide, mentor, and coach to others today, you will have to help them make money or further their personal mission by furthering their career, helping them build their business, spreading their ideas, expanding their circle of influence, and promoting themselves and what they do. That is why we include this section to help you guide good folks in some of the basic principles of our personal performance marketing, what we call the PPM system. Now, one of the things that we have mentioned throughout this entire series of chapters on coaching and mentoring is the necessity of helping people promote themselves, both in terms of our personal development and our goals and our aspirations and our business development. One of the key issues is learning how to promote your business or to promote yourself and your ideas. Now that's what PPM is all about. It is an art and communication form that must be mastered. And the best way to inspire people to superior performance is to convince them by everything you do and by your everyday attitude that you are wholeheartedly supporting them. Harold Janine many years ago told us that. To give you a start on PPM, we begin by introducing you to those 7 ideas that will at least put you above and beyond what most people know, give you a guide for further study, and at the same time be very useful to the clients, colleagues, and customers with which you are working. So we begin this conversation with this very important idea and prologue to everything we do and say. That is, before people buy anything from you, they have to buy you. It does not matter what you're selling. It could be trucks, termite control, tacos, tax preparation. Before they will buy your products and services, they have to buy and accept you. If they do not buy you, your persona, your personality, your energy, your integrity, they will probably not buy from you. Yes, word of mouth is the most valuable form of marketing, but you can't buy it. You can only deliver it, and you have to really deliver. So, buying you applies to all parts of life. If you are a politician, before they buy your ideas, they have to buy you. If you are seeking to get a job, before they buy your skills and experience, they have to buy you. If you're seeking to teach young people good things about how to live well, before they accept your ideas and good intentions, again, they have to buy you. Now, you may have a great idea that will transform lives and help people understand good and powerful things about life and spirit. But before they buy your religious and spiritual ideas, they have to buy you. So we hope we have sold you on this idea. Now, your job as a coach, guide, and mentor is to help people better understand how they can get other people to buy them. And that's why idea 1, the secret sign. Let me tell you a secret. Everybody's wearing a secret sign. It's invisible. You never see it, but it's there nonetheless. It does not matter who they are. They might be a world-famous celebrity, the CEO of a major company, the waiter in the restaurant, or the young intern in the seat next to you, or they might be the customer you are trying to sell. The sign is being worn by people who are young, old, rich, and poor, the very talented, to those who are seeking to find their way. If you want to be successful in life, if you want to be a great personal marketer, and in order to promote yourself and your business, you must pay attention to this sign. You must know what it says. The simple sign, the invisible sign that everybody is wearing says this: please tell me I'm important. Pretend that every single person you meet has a sign around his or her neck that says, make me feel important. Not only will you succeed in sales, you'll probably succeed in life. Mary Kay Ash told me that. Everyone wants to feel accepted, valued, and appreciated. However, most people in life and business pay no attention to the sign that people are wearing. They dismiss other people as less worthy than them. They tell everybody else how good and great they themselves are. And they make a habit of trying to be the most important person in the room and in the world. In effect, we are always talking about ourselves, thinking about ourselves, worrying about ourselves, and doing whatever it takes to make sure that we are okay. Years ago, a mentor of mine, a world-famous broadcaster and motivational speaker, maybe you've heard of him, Earl Nightingale. He challenged me in one of his radio programs to understand the highest principle of marketing. It is both the highest principle and the first principle, and it goes like this: treat every person you meet as the most important person in the world. Did you get that? If we want to market ourselves, promote ourselves, have people come to us and be influenced by us, the first principle we must learn is that we must pay attention to the sign they are wearing and treat them as if they were the most important person in the world. Right now, sit down and think about all the ways that you could pay attention to the sign and live out this first and highest principle. Number 2, image is not everything, but it's the first thing. Now, the marketing gurus of the past few years have had a mantra: image is everything. In the world of fashion and entertainment, that may be true. But for you, it is slightly different, yet still very important. Here it is. Image is not everything, but it is the first thing. In order to market you and your business, you must be very intentional about creating an image that says something about you, but uses no words. What does your image say about you? Behavior is the mirror in which everybody shows their image. Johann Wolfgang von Goethe. You must decide the image you want to express for you and your business. And then you must find ways to express it and give it power and influence. Remember, you already have an image. You do. Let me give you an example. What image comes to your mind when you hear the words accountant, attorney, PR, advertising guy, minister, professor? An image comes to your mind just as it does to your client when they hear the words that describe you. The only question is whether it is the one you want them, and does it say what you want it to them? Creating a marketing image requires a lot of thought, and it requires energy. But to get you started, here are some coaching questions and suggestions to help you create your image. Images can communicate energy. How do you communicate energy? An image helps people think and feel about you. What do you want people to think and feel about you? The image of your office, your staff, your personal appearance, even your vehicle tells people something about your values. What are your values? And does your image speak clearly about them? An image helps people remember you. How do you want people to remember you? An intentional image tells something about the kind of people with whom you hope to attract and work with and work for. Does your image connect with the people with whom you seek to influence? Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not advocating style over substance, cute over content, or personality over integrity. In fact, just the opposite. But in a visual, media-filled world, you must remember that in marketing, image is not everything, but it is the first thing, because you make the difference. Number 3, you have 1 minute to tell your story. Times have changed. If you are in sales, you used to ask for 20 minutes to tell prospects what you do. That was designed to give you time to, present your company and your services, and hopefully to begin a discovery process and seek to close the sale. Today you have 1 minute to tell your story. Let me explain. The broadcast media have changed everything in sales and marketing. That's right. As a professional broadcaster, as well as a performance coach, I challenge you to face the new reality. In the broadcast media, everything from soda pop to luxury cars is marketed in 60-second commercials, or less. That reality is yours. Can you tell me your story in 60 seconds in such a way that the prospect is attracted to you, understands your offer, and perhaps even sees the immediate benefit in continuing the conversation? Can you do that? Here's a fun challenge. Assume someone offered you a 1-minute commercial on the Super Bowl, the World Cup, or the most important radio or TV broadcast in your country or your community. What if you could do it for the most popular novella or reality program in your area? What if it were on the most popular program for women? What would you say? Can you see that not only would you have to create a 1-minute sales message, but you also might have to craft and customize it for the different audiences that would be viewing and listening to such a program? If you want to get a hearing today, get someone to help you design your 1-minute stories and messages. Here is how you start. Learn the power of the media-made AIDA formula, AIDDA, for 1-minute sales presentation. Now, the acronym AIDA stands for attention. You have 5 to 7 seconds to get the listener's attention, or they click and switch. Interest. Immediately, you must offer something of interest to the listener. You cannot continue to talk about you. Desire. You must create a picture of something desirable, something that the listener would like to experience in his or her life. Decision. You must give them the opportunity and the choices to make a decision, to change their situation. They have to know what the deal is. Action. You tell them what they can and should do next to receive the benefits of your offer. Can you do that in 1 minute? That is the new reality in marketing you. So take some time, get some coaching, and learn how to market you by telling your story in 1 minute. Sales are contingent upon the attitude of the salesman, not the attitude of the prospect. Oh, Clement Stone taught us that. Okay, number 4, you have to be a storyteller. Now let me tell you a story about Sam, who was a veteran financial advisor with a premier insurance company. Now, for years, Sam was doing, the conventional sales presentation. He would talk about the company, yeah. And then he would talk about the various products and services that he could provide. He would seek to get the client involved in the lengthy fact finder, yep. He would try to understand the prospect situation and then suggest a solution or propose an opportunity for the prospect. Pretty traditional work, the kind that salespeople go through every day. But every day Sam was getting more frustrated with the results he was getting. And most importantly, with the lack of enjoyment that he was experiencing in his work. So Sam and I started to work together. Here's what happened. I challenged Sam to start doing things differently. I asked Sam to become a storyteller. On his next appointment, I asked him to bring no brochure or laptops or illustrations. After giving his 1-minute presentation, I suggested that he simply tell true life stories of how he had helped similar people have peace of mind, satisfaction, and solutions to the financial and personal situations that they were facing. Just tell stories. He reports that he is having more fun in his work than he has ever had before. He is working fewer hours and achieving even greater results. Sam had started to do things differently. He had stopped selling products with illustrations and brochures and was now telling parables that could illuminate and help the client see the light. Sam continually says it's going just great. What happened? You see, there are reasons this is working for Sam, and it might work well for you. First of all, teaching and educating by parables and storytelling is as old as our human experience. It's very primal, rooted deep in the human psyche. When we tell stories, we reach people at deeper levels of their being. To put it simply, our minds may not understand projections and probabilities very well, but they are hardwired for parables and storytelling. So, whether in cave paintings or the latest uses of the internet, human beings have always told their histories and truths through parable and fable. We are inveterate storytellers. That's just the truth of it. Second, stories create emotional connections that go beyond what we can do with conventional information. We need not go into some of the brain theory available from the researchers, and it's rather significant, except to note that loads of information often leads to a lack of comprehension, glassy eyes, or to confused and apprehensive reflections. I guess I'll think about that. When this happens, we know that we've lost the prospect's attention and their energy. There's little motivation for them to continue, and usually no action is ever taken. Stories, on the other hand, go to a different processing part of the brain and can create strong emotion. The storyteller is able to create the strong bonds of emotional value. Finally, the art of storytelling not only creates emotional engagements, but it helps the client and the prospect to remember you. How many truly memorable illustrations have you shown lately? Storytelling helps people remember you. Marketing you is about helping people remember you. So start gathering stories of success and become a master storyteller. Storytelling is the most powerful way to put ideas into the world today. That's the deal. Number 5, you're on stage to create great experiences because all business is show business. Yeah! Today, whatever business you are in, you have to remember that all business is, in effect, show business, and that like a good show, seeking an audience You have to stop prospecting, stop phoning, and start attracting people. Got it? The people you attract will then seek you out and come or call you. Your challenge is how to be attractive so that others will call you because they have seen your show, heard about you, and know how well you perform on the business stage in the marketplace. The answer is to create a business show that creates a great client and customer experience. Yes, an experience. Today, effective marketers know people must be drawn into a pleasant experience in order for the provider of goods and services to attract interest, get permission to make contact, make an offer, and help the prospect take positive action. Joe Pine and Jim Gilmore, in their book, The Experience Economy, Work is Theater and Every Business a Stage, demonstrate how this reality works. You must be a theater performer and view your business as a stage. You market you and your services by performing in front of others. All successful employers are stalking men who will do the unusual. Men who think, men who attract attention by performing more than is expected of them. Old-fashioned word from Charles Schwab. Here is what you should consider and do in order to create great experiences and obtain permission to do business with them. Okay, think about this. Seminars are old style. You must now design shows and programs that feature acting, humor, inspiration, instruction, education, and entertainment that people enjoy. These people then give you permission to contact them. And in some cases, they even take the initiative and call them themselves. Isn't that a great way to do business? In this media-savvy age, do the work of being able to give your sales presentation in 1 minute or less. Again, I often challenge entrepreneurs and business leaders to assume that they have the opportunity to advertise their business on great sporting or media events. Now you see why that previous recommendation to you is so important. What would you say and do? That is, perform to attract people to call you. Put away the old business card and start producing audio, personal radio programs that are entertaining, energizing, informative, and demonstrate your personality as well as your wisdom and expertise. Learn the performance art of seeking recommendations, not referrals from your present clients to whom you've provided exceptional service experiences. When you receive a thank you, respond with thank you, and I would be grateful if you would recommend me to others. Did you get that? Good design is making something intelligible and memorable. Great design is making something memorable and meaningful. Dieter Rams told me that. Now, these are just a few new and different ways you need to perform in the new marketing reality. You have to be a performer who creates memorable experiences. Just like in the theater, you want the people in the audience to associate your performance, that's your show, applaud, return for more, recommend the show, and even better, bring their friends. Marketing is now performing, so you are on stage. Break a leg. Number 6, you have to demonstrate how good you are. Stop telling people what you do. That's right. The world is full of people who are telling other people what they do and how good they are, how great they are, and how they can promise success, satisfaction, and happiness if you buy their products or service. So I say, stop it. Stop telling people who you are and what you do and start demonstrating how good you are. The credibility challenges you have during your growing up years start disappearing when you start demonstrating success. Kiran Mazumdar Shaw taught me that. You can now see that in our experience economy, our idea of creating great client experiences is a part of this principle. By performing for other people, by creating great experiences for other people, by showing other people things that are helpful and valuable and useful to them, you are not speaking as much as you are demonstrating how good you are. This is the perfect age for such marketing and selling. Using the internet, social media, and all other ways of connecting with people, you can now demonstrate and perform. You can put on a great show so the people not only hear what you do, they can also actually see the results of the work you do. It's that simple in concept, and now you have to put it to work. Social media is changing the way we communicate, and already has, and the way we are perceived, both positively and negatively. Every time you post a photo or update your status, you are contributing to your digital footprint and personal brand. Remember that. Look at all the things that you are claiming, saying, and ideas you are putting in front of people. Now take some time to figure out how you can use all of the experience, performance, and other unique ways that demonstrate to people how wise you are, how good you are, the results of what you do, and most importantly, demonstrate how kind you are and how well you care for other people. There are all kinds of ways that you can do this. And my challenge to you is to make this one of the most important principles in life and business. Make your work more than match your words. Make your walk outrun your talk. Make your demonstrations outshine any description. And of course, demonstrate your belief that the person you are with is one of the most important persons in the world. Number 7, don't ask for referrals, deserve recommendations. Here we go. As you can now see, increasingly, marketing strategies will have to rely on what we call personal performance marketing, rather than on traditional phone calling, mailing, and hard-nosed selling. One of the best ways to operate in the new reality is the best old way. That is, to get recommendations from enthusiastic clients. Here are the best ways to do that, okay? Change your language. Start using the word recommendation, not referral. It's a better word and a stronger idea. It is even better than an introduction. It also implies that a recommendation must be earned. This leads to the next point, okay? Deserve recommendations, all right? Dignity does not consist in possessing honors, but in deserving them. Yeah, Aristotle, long ago. Change your language and change your way of thinking from asking to deserving. Spend time making sure you have served good clients, colleagues, and centers of influence in such a way that you deserve a recommendation. Delivering a product, giving good service, and being pleased and pleasant are what you are paid for. If you want a recommendation, what have you done that truly deserves one? What have you done above and beyond which makes it easy for the client to recommend you? Remember that when a client recommends you, he or she is risking his or her own relationship with the person he or she has in mind. They will do so only when they are confident of how well you will serve their friend and reflect well on them. Yes. Don't ruin the experience. That's right. The client, like every person, would like to be treated as if they were the most important person in the world. In a recent meeting with one of my advisors, I felt some real pressure to give him some names. You know, that old, "who do you know?" routine. It made me very uncomfortable, and I felt a bit used. I had the feeling that the whole purpose of that part of the conversation was to help him on his road to success. He was the important one. The whole thing ruined the experience for me. Create memories. Remember that your best recommendations are not given to you, they are given to another person on behalf of you. Here is how it usually happens. People are in social situations, and an issue or problem comes up, and your advocate says, "You need to talk to. He or she can help you." That is the best way to get a recommendation. When that person calls you, you really have the sale well in hand. Think that way. You need to continually seek to create memories for your clients so that you come easily to their mind and their name comes out of their mouth. In a paraphrase of an old pop song, you have to be always on their mind because you create good memories. Thank you, and be grateful. Does a client ever thank you for work you've done or how you've helped them? If you have not, please wonder whether you deserve a recommendation. Okay? Think about that. When someone thanks you, that is the best time to seek a recommendation. Here is what you might say. Thank you. I enjoy working with people like you. I would be grateful if you'd recommend me to good friends just like you. No pressure, no hassle, just an affirmation of the clients, a word of thanks, and an expression of gratitude. That's how you begin to develop a great recommendation script. If you're grateful, you'll see God open up new doors. Yeah, Joel Osteen, he got that right. So start changing your language to recommendation. Seek to truly give extraordinary service so you deserve a recommendation. Enhance your client experience by making them feel as if they were the most important person in the world, because they are. Find your own way to create great client memories. Finally, say thank you and be grateful when they recommend you to others. In conclusion, it all comes down to this. Don't forget that your reputation for kindness is the one thing that no company scandal or product performance or even a mistake on your part can ever be taken away from you. Yeah. A tree is known by its fruit, a man by his deeds. A good deed is never lost. He who sows courtesy reaps friendship, and he who plants kindness gathers love. St. Basil. There we go. Selling and marketing you. I'm Stan Houston. I'm a business performance coach, and I've spent years teaching other people all of these things. And now I'm teaching them to you so that you can be that kind of a coach and you can teach them to others. You can not only be a coach, and remember, the first person you have to coach is you. All of these things that you are learning are not things you just do to others. They are things you do to yourself first. You become your first client. You coach you in all of these good things, and then you can coach others to be like you. That's what you want them to do. What you want them to say when they say, "What do you want?" There's a part of them that says, you know, I'd kind of like to be like you. I'd kind of like to be like you. So there we go. Please reach out to me. After many years of doing this, perhaps I can help you in your business as you learn to not only be a coach, but how to coach others, because the best have a coach. They all do. They have a coach, they have a mentor, they have strong connections to many people who help them. In effect, they have a whole network of people who want the best for them because they know that you want the best for them too. All the best and blessings. I'm grateful for your recommendations. Reach out to me at stanhouston@gmail.com, stanhouston@gmail.com. There's probably quite a bit we can talk about. Let's see what happens as we share stories with one another. Again, always close with a benediction. So the best and blessings be yours today and even for tomorrow and forever. Bye for now. Please reach out to me, Stan Houston, at stan@witradio.net. Witradio.net is our website, and 520-664-7002 USA.